way of WillJohn.
It takes time. It's nuance. There's subtlety, but ultimately at the crux of it, and I think you can speak to this as well, and I'm pretty sure you have over many, many years, everybody's looking for a shortcut. Everybody's looking for the secret. And the secret is there are no shortcuts. That's the secret. Like, you have to put the work in. And it's crazy. Even though people hear this, they'll listen to what I'm saying. They hear you say the same thing. They hear or see somebody else who has had quote unquote success, maybe in a different walk of life or whatever else they're pursuing. But yet they still are looking for some secret, some shortcut. You're like, no, that's the thing. So
you're holding out on them. What are you holding out on
exactly.
them for, Jimmy?
Yeah. I mean, my dad, I'm sure your dad was the same. Like, how did Will or how did Jimmy, get to this level? And my dad was like, yo, he just put the work in. I don't know what you want from me. And it's like they wouldn't believe him, but they're willing to pay thousands of dollars for whatever they need. And we don't need to get into the pay to play stuff, but it's a bigger conversation. Well, we can if you want, but it's interesting that everybody wants this magic elixir that doesn't exist. The magic is just putting the work in and doing putting the steps in.
That's totally true. I do. You mentioned people willing to pay thousands of dollars. I would say across the entire landscape of the platform, because I mean it's rare to have, to be honest, guys like us that are wanting to do a whole bunch. You're on all these platforms. I'm creating different media. We've got a team. We're going out here. It's a lot, and I don't know if you would have done it while you were playing, and I am, but I would never recommend anyone to do this if they were a young guy and they wanted to focus on the game. It would just be not manageable. Mm-hmm. I never let football suffer, but I'm at a different stage in my career. It's different from the time I was 30 by the time I started. I understand how to use my time, et cetera. But one of the things that annoyed me, and it just doesn't, I don't understand why this is a thing in society. And maybe you got some answers. You can bring wise Jimmy and come on. Why is it okay? Because YouTube is accessible to everyone, because Twitch and all those things, are accessible, and you can make videos on anything. You and I could get together and we could talk. We could make a tutorial on how to fly a rocket ship when neither of us has done any of that. And we could do that and we could put it out there and it could get up there. I did get kind of annoyed as I was learning, because it's been about 4 years now that we've been making videos and doing stuff, at seeing some of the nonsense. And I don't want to knock on people. I'm not trying to say that, but I'm just saying, why is it okay and you would never do this in any other realm. This is my thing, is that if you went to a doctor and he said, I've never practiced medicine, would you let him operate on you? And the answer would be no. Why?
Is this like is this a freestyle doctor? Is he only doing freestyle surgery, or what is he doing?
That's it. I'm
just kidding. I get it. I get it.
So that was one of the things that also helped. Not to say, only listen to me. It's not, and that's not the message that we're out there doing, but it does make sense. Just like we want guys that play the game to come back and coach, guys that play the game to go be referees, guys that play the game to come be involved in the federation. You want guys that are involved and that have played to be the ones teaching, because we're also at a stage in our society where people are still doubting the power of social media, as we are continually getting reminders of how incredibly influential it is every day. And I'm trying to make the point that over the course of the next 10 years or so, many of the players you're going to be seeing on the national team and playing at a higher level are going to be influenced by the people that they're watching on YouTube, et cetera. So we want good role models for them. That's just my thing.